visuals as well. Anyway, Mick, good afternoon to you.
Hi, John. Pleasure to be with you.
Founding father, creative heartbeat, driving force behind, all big titles. So you have a weight to carry.
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess look, the band have been going for over 10 years now, so we're all based in the southeast. But yeah, like you mentioned there, just in the kind of intro you did, the songs that we're releasing now in the next year are all songs that we would have written in the last couple of months. We're from the southeast, but we like to get out to the west of Ireland to do a lot of our writing. It kind of changes the focus and brings a different energy to the music. So it's yeah, something that we really enjoy.
Well, a lot of bands say the same thing, that they like to go somewhere different, and it helps with being creative. Corner Boy, no different.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess the our writing spot is Lahinch in County Clare. We've lucky enough to have use of a place out there, and I guess it's just one of those things where for anyone who's kind of creative in any way, you go about your day to day where you're from, your house, and your usual places, but to take yourself somewhere else, to have a kind of different process and a different approach to it has been really, really helpful to our writing over the years. Like I said, we've been going for about 10 years now. We've multiple albums, singles, and EPs and releases. So it's something, yeah, it's just a different approach that seems to work well for us.
Well, if you go to a place for writing is Lahinch, then there has to be at least one it's into surfing.
Yeah, that's something that this is definitely partake to sometimes when it can get a bit heated or you're sitting in front of a studio monitor for a couple hours.
Yeah.
It's really, really helpful as well, actually, to just stroll down to the promenade there in the Hinch and
Hmm.
breathe in a bit of sea air. Sometimes it's necessary. It's the right medicine for it.
When the heat builds, it's a good phrase because a six-piece band and together 10 years, and you can't all get on all the time, and especially when there's creativity involved, and somebody comes up with an idea, and then there's silence, and they're thinking, this was great. I was sure this was going to be the next song, and then nothing coming back. And that's just like maybe one extreme example. But there has to be times when it is good to get out to the beach or get away just to clear your head and reset.
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess in terms of our own writing as a band, it's something that we like to give ourselves kind of little tasks and different approaches to writing songs as well. Sometimes it might be one of those things where it's kind of lyrics first or music first. Sometimes it's something like a drum sample in the background. When we first started writing out, we would have started as, people just playing around in pubs around the southeast of Ireland, and we came together as a collection of musicians to write our own original music. And I guess it's really our writing style has evolved since then. We're lucky enough to have two or three producers in the band, and I guess what's kind of new about the new music that we're releasing this year. Previously, we would have worked with a lot of different producers and a lot of different studios over the years, recording all over Ireland. But the singles and our album, which will be released now next summer, this is all music that's kind of done in house by us. We feel like in the last 10 years we've certainly built up enough kind of expertise and experience anyway to be able to manage the project ourselves. So it's
So,
exciting for us with our most recent single Beast of Burden, because it's actually the first song in all of this time that we've released that is something that was completely written, mixed, mastered, produced by ourselves.
okay, I beg your pardon. That's the first single from yeah, your second album, which is coming out next summer. So you reckon that you've learned enough from looking over the shoulders of others to do it yourselves this time? And one of the others on the last album was Gavin Glass, not just producing but also did a bit of playing as well. So are you going to miss having him around?
We'll always miss having Gavin around. I guess some listeners might know, particularly those who have an interest in the Irish music industry. Gavin is one of the big names, certainly in Irish production and music. So I guess look, we're all from the southeast. He uprooted his studio that was based in Dublin for years, a studio, Orphan Studios, and he moved down to Wexford Town, a short drive from where we all live. So yeah, he kind of landed in our feet, so to speak. And we went out and saw a studio for the first day, and it was an incredible process working with him as well. And sometimes that's, I guess, in that experience, it's important to have somebody who's a bit neutral in there as well. That is important at times as well. And he was able to kind of sit in the middle of the room and point and make notes in his own unique way. So,
Mm-hmm.
no, an absolutely gifted producer. And yeah, we do look forward to working with Gavin again.
The last album took a year and a half to put together, and it sounds like you're not going to rush this one either.
Yeah, so I guess the last album, it was something we wanted to get out relatively quick, but of course, the whole world kind of shut down. It became a lot more difficult for us to get together there at times as well. So, this album, it's definitely something that we've started recording tracks in the last couple of months. I will be releasing singles, I guess, towards the end of this year and into next year as well. So hopefully it's a quick enough turnaround as well. Like for us, I guess in with COVID and stuff, it did help us kind of adjust and change accordingly as a band. We started working obviously a lot more kind of remotely, demoing in that way. We had to become we were forced into the situation of becoming kind of experts, being able to work in isolation and then come together as a band. So the Corner Boy WhatsApp group certainly got a lot busier, but
Mm.
I think we've learned something from it, and we've been able to kind of grow out from that. And I'm sure we're not the only musicians that are like that as well. Before it would have been the very old school process of we all have to be in the room, we have to be together to write. But yeah, it's helped us flex our songwriting muscles kind of in a different way.
Right, so you adapted, like many others, I suppose. Uh, from the southeast, and have grown from the southeast. You have a profile around the country, helped in large, I suppose, by playing live and including during the summer there in various festivals. So tell us a bit about the live work, about the festivals during the summer, including the Fla, which was down at home.
Yeah, that's it exactly. So, look, we've been lucky enough to tour all across Ireland. Really, one of the things that um, one of the points that we wanted to create as a band when we first started was, we did again the old school thing of buying a Ford Transit van, and we said, look, we want to play a show in all 32 counties in Ireland. So we've luckily been up to the northwest, to Donegal, to Sligo, a lot of different places. I think we're at county number 28 or 29 now. So we have a
Nearly there.
few to go. We have to play Armagh and Tyrone, and I think one other county. So we're nearly there. I'm sure that'll happen over the next couple of years. But yeah, look, we've been really blessed to play in really great venues and festivals up and down the country. We played a festival earlier on in the summer called Kaleidoscope in Wicklow,
That's a
which is
big
kind
one.
of a kind of family orientated festival, which is great because as the years have moved on through the band, a couple of us have kids now, so it was great to be able to perform on a big stage and look to the right of the stage and see our kids with their little headphone ear protectors on. So it was a nice moment for us. And then of course our most recent show was at the Fla in our hometown of Wexford there, which was just absolutely incredible. It really proper transformative effect to the town. I guess a lot of people thought that they'd heard that it would attract big numbers. I think it was something like over 600,000 people ended up coming to Wexford for the week. Now, when you take into account the population of County Wexford as a whole is 190,000 people, it was a bit chaotic, but it was certainly the good kind of chaotic. We've been gigging and playing music around Wexford town for a long time, and yeah, we all kind of agreed as a band we don't remember ever seeing an energy like it. So
Yeah,
it's incredible, and I believe it's coming back to Wexford now, next year, next summer as well. So
great.
looking forward to
Yeah,
that again.
yeah. Well, Fla tends to do that. Stay in the same town for a couple of years, unless something goes badly wrong. And it went very well by all accounts, because there was great reports on the Fla this year. So I've only got two things wrong: your hometown and the name of your next single. So I'm hoping I won't be a third thing when I say that you're heading abroad for some dates shortly.
Yeah, yeah. So I guess one of the things with COVID as well was like a lot of acts and a lot of bands. We went over to represent Ireland at a folk conference in North America called Folk Alliance back in 2020, and that was January. Incredible experience, and we got lots of connections and bookers and management and stuff out of it. But then of course the month after it, the world shut down for the best part of 18 months, particularly for live music. Anyway, it took a long time to get going again. So for us, we're really really excited to be heading out to the States now next week. Our first date is in Kansas City Irish Festival next Friday. So it's something that we've been looking forward to for about a year and a half now, to be able to get back out there and gigs. So really excited for us. We've been lucky enough to tour all over the world. Really, we haven't played much in North America, but we've played all across Europe, and we've played in Asia and other places as well. So it's a really really big step for us as a band. So we're incredibly excited to finally be making
Yeah,
our way out there.
brilliant. Okay, well, the best of luck in the States. Best of luck with the new song, which is called "Beast of Burden," and we'll be continuing to play your music here on Highland. And just when you're rounding off the dates in all the counties, sure, maybe there could be somebody listening, because Tyrone's our neck of the woods here, so there could be somebody listening in Tyrone, and get them booked now, because that
If
could
there
be,
is, yeah,
yeah, that
please reach out to us.
could be the,
We'd like to complete the map if possible.
yeah, okay. Mick D'Arcy of Corner Boy. Thanks a million. Cheers, Mick.
Thanks, John.